Hello friends, in this video lecture we will discuss about spermatogenesis. As we already know, there are two types of gametes in human beings. Male gamete, that is spermatozoa or sperm, female gamete, that is egg or ovum. So spermatogenesis is a process in which there is a formation of haploid microscopic functional male gamete that we already discussed is sperm or spermatozoa from a diploid reproductive cell, that is spermatogonia. This process occurs inside primary male sex organ, that is testis, and more correctly inside testis there is a number of seminiferous tubules. So seminiferous tubules are the site of spermatogenesis where sperm production occurs. There are few points regarding spermatogenesis. First, spermatogenesis is a continuous process. So what is here about continuous process? In human male, spermatogenesis starts after puberty. Now what is puberty? So puberty is age of sexual maturity. For human male, this varies from 12 to 16 years, and suppose puberty starts at the age of 12 years. After that, spermatogenesis will continue till death of that individual. At the time of aging, when there is declining of metabolic activities, there may be a downfall in the process of spermatogenesis, but this will still continue till death. Second thing, spermatogenesis completed in about 74 days. Means suppose at the age of 12 years spermatogenesis begins. Now within 74 days, that is nearly 2.5 months, there is completion of one spermatogenesis, and this is a continuous process as we already discussed. After that this will continue. Same like as we know, there is synthesis of blood in our body. After completion of spermatogenesis, when there is release of sperm in form of semen, we already discussed what is semen. So semen is sperm plus seminal fluid or sperm plus secretion of accessory gland. So there may be nearly release of 200 to 300 million sperms per coitus. What is coitus here? So coitus, also known as sexual intercourse or copulation. This is a sexual activity in which there is insertion of male external genitalia, that is penis, inside female external genitalia, that is vagina. This also known as vaginal intercourse. So at that time there may be release of 200 to 300 million sperms. Out of this number, 60% sperms, they are normal in shape and size, while 40% sperm must show vigorous motility. That is very important. Out of total number of sperms that releases during ejaculation or coitus, 200 to 300 million, 40% must show vigorous motility, means they are capable to move inside female reproductive tract and reach up to female gamete. Now we have to discuss the actual process of spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis can be broadly divided into two parts. First part is about formation of spermatid, that is given here. So formation of spermatid further may be subdivided into three subphases: multiplication phase, growth phase, and maturation phase. While second part of spermatogenesis is spermiogenesis. So what is the site of spermatogenesis? We already discussed. This is seminiferous tubules inside the testis. So all these events are going to be completed here inside the seminiferous tubules. This is here a sectional view of seminiferous tubules given from NCERT. This is wall of seminiferous tubules, and here this is inner side of seminiferous tubules. that carries a number of cells. So first, multiplication phase. In multiplication phase, there is conversion of germ cells. We can also use the term primordial germ cells. They are getting converted into spermatogonia. Here there is only mitotic division. So after frequent mitotic division, there is formation of spermatogonia. Primary germ cells or primordial germ cells, they are already diploid, means 2n, here is 46. So each cell of human body is carrying 46 number of chromosome. That's why also in germ cells. So here is 46, and after frequent mitosis there will be diploid spermatogonia, because after mitosis there will be no change in chromosome number. So spermatogonia also will carry same number of chromosome as in germ cells. Now after multiplication phase, there will be two type of spermatogonia as given here, type A and type B. Type A spermatogonia is considered as stem cells. What is stem cells? Stem cells are undifferentiated or partially differentiated cells that can be differentiated into various type of cells of an individual's body, and they have capability to divide indefinitely. Stem cells found in both embryonic stage as well as in adult organism. So these stem cells are further not going to participate in spermatogenesis, while B type cells only can participate in spermatogenesis. So next phase is growth phase. After multiplication, the second is growth phase. Growth phase is also known as spermatocytogenesis. Here in this phase, there is conversion of spermatogonia into primary spermatocyte. Here there is no mitosis, no meiosis, but only increment in cytoplasmic content. That's why this is spermatocytogenesis. And because of this process, the size of spermatogonia becomes almost double. So primary spermatocyte, this is carrying same number of chromosome as spermatogonia, but their size will become twice or double with respect to spermatogonia. After completion of growth phase, the next one is maturation phase. And in maturation phase, primary spermatocyte divided by meiosis and then finally converted into spermatid. So as we already know, meiosis is also known as reductional division or reduction division, which causes reduction in number of chromosome. That's why, so here in meiosis first, there will be conversion of primary spermatocyte into secondary spermatocytes. So there will be two secondary spermatocytes, and because of reduction of chromosome, secondary spermatocyte or each secondary spermatocyte carrying half of the number of chromosome, that is 23 in each. After meiosis 2, there will be 4 haploid spermatid. Meiosis 2 is like mitosis. This also known as homotypic division. So there will be no change in chromosome. So secondary spermatocyte as well as spermatids both are carrying same number of chromosome, that is 23. So here after meiosis 2, there will be 4 haploid spermatids. They all are spherical, non-motile and smaller with respect to secondary spermatocyte. The final phase is spermiogenesis. Here in spermiogenesis, there is rearrangement or reconstruction, we can say, that is given here as differentiation of spermatid when they are getting converted into sperm or spermatozoa. So in this process, there is few changes. In that changes, Golgi body, especially most of the part of Golgi body is going to be lost, and only a smaller portion of Golgi body is getting converted into tip of sperm, that is known as acrosome. During this spermiogenesis, there is also degeneration of RNA as well as nucleolus. Finally, only DNA along with mitochondria and other cell organelles, they are left inside the sperm. So finally, after the process of spermatogenesis, there are 4 equal gametes and all these may be categorized into 2. 50% of this are X type while the remaining 50% are Y type. So X type of sperms, they also known as gymnosperms, while Y type of sperms are known as androsperms. These androsperms, that are Y type of sperms, are used during sex determination of individual's body. Here this is the diagram that is given in NCERT as sectional view of seminiferous tubules. So as we already know, this is the wall of seminiferous tubules. Outside this wall here, there will be Leydig cells or interstitial cells that are related with secretion of testosterone. So process of spermatogenesis occurs inside this, so we have to discuss here. This is the first line of cell as given here. So these labelings like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are also given here, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now in this diagram, one thing that is missing in NCERT, there is nothing given about these germ cells. In NCERT, the diagram is started directly from spermatogonia. So this first line is about spermatogonia. These spermatogonia after spermatocytogenesis converted into primary spermatocytes. So this is given here as primary spermatocyte. Now these primary spermatocyte after meiosis 1 converted into secondary spermatocyte where there is reduction in number of chromosome. So this is given here. The third one, this is about secondary spermatocyte, and these secondary spermatocytes after meiosis 2 converted into spermatids, that is labeled by number 4. So this is about spermatids, and finally these spermatids after differentiation or reconstruction converted into sperm or spermatozoa. So this is given here about sperm or spermatozoa. This black one is Sertoli cells, that also we discuss is known as nurse cell or mother cell or sustentacular cells. These cells are playing very important role during spermatogenesis. They provide nutrition to developing sperm or spermatozoa. Friends, maximum time when we discuss about competitive exam, questions are framed from this region. So there may be question like, from one spermatogonia, how many primary spermatocytes, how many secondary spermatocytes, how many spermatids, or how many spermatozoa or sperms are getting produced. So spermatogonia, one spermatogonia gives one primary spermatocyte, two secondary spermatocyte and 4 spermatids, and same 4 sperm or spermatozoa. So if question is 100 spermatogonia, they will produce how many primary spermatocyte, how many secondary spermatocyte, how many spermatids and how many spermatozoa. So here for primary spermatocytes you have to multiply with 1, for secondary spermatocytes you have to multiply with 2 because this 1 is getting converted into 2. For spermatids and spermatozoa you have to multiply by 4. Same here for spermatids and also in case of sperms. There may also be question like total number of spermatids or spermatozoa is given, and for that you have to find out how many spermatogonia or primary spermatocytes needed for that total number of sperm or spermatozoa.